What's up, Buttercup? Yeah, I'm talking to you. If it weren't for that sun, you'd be the hottest thing ever created. See, my pickup lines were so smooth, you didn't even notice all this makeup on my face. I bet there was at least a pound here. A pound. So yeah, this is the finalized version of my corrective makeup that I started last week. So let's get started. I used base of Albaline. There we go. Foundation like I used last week. Mix these two colors, natural beige blush and soft peach. So look at my other video for how to apply these. And today I mainly focused on highlights and shadow because of the correctiveness. So I worked up to down. So starting with my forehead, my large wide forehead, I was aiming to narrow it down by drawing the eye away from it and making it look like it turns faster than it does onto the front plane. So I used the brown. I used the back of my hand for a palette and tissues, of course. Had a whole bundle of tissues from wiping off excess stuff. So you use your brush. Mine's actually kind of failing me right now. It kept falling apart, so hopefully wood glue fixes that. But I used this and I started at the hairline and blended it out on both sides. And then what did I do next? Oh, I did my nose because apparently it is crooked. So I was trying to straighten it out by making a hard edge. So basically you take it and you press up against the bridge of your nose and close your eyes and go into the eyes, which gives it that nice curve effect, which makes the bridge of your nose look very, very and straight. And because my nostrils are uneven and different shapes, what I found out today, so I traced my larger one with the brown, and then to make my nose appear shorter, because look at that honker. Pretty long, huh? So to fix it from the front, can't really do anything about the profile. I took very light brown and just pressed it up against under the tip of my nose. And I'll stop there so I can go over all the highlights in that same area. I highlighted with a white cream this area, the whole bridge of my nose, using the same effect, just pressing it up. And then doing some up here as well. And then I outlined very lightly this nostril because it's smaller to attract attention to it. And I think that's all for highlights that I've gotten to so far. All for do my shadow. And because my cheeks are very large, look at that. Tried to narrow them down. So I took my brown and pressed it up against the part of the cheek I wanted to be smaller and blended it up. And did the same on this side and blended it into my jawline. But that's okay because I put Albaline and foundation on my jawline as well. Then to make my thirds more even, because thirds are from your hairline to your eyebrow, eyebrow to tip of your nose, and tip of your nose to your chin. And the tip of my nose to my chin is my smallest, so I wanted to make it look larger. And I used white on my chin. Do the same thing you do for brown. You just dab it along the edge at the darkest, and then blend it upwards. Kind of looks like I have a soft furry chin, but it happens. Let's see what else I do. I think that is it for highlight and shadow. It takes a whole heck of a lot of time, but it's very fun. So next I had to set everything in with the powder they give you. You dab it on to the puff they give you, because I still have yet to find a proper container for this powder. And then use the brush and dab it into your face to set everything, especially under your eyes. I had to use a lot of extra highlighting shadow today to get rid of my dark circles, and especially on top of your eyes because I'm about to go do shadows with that. So the next thing I did, I took my blush, which is something I added to my kit because our makeup kits we get don't come with a blush. They come with like a lip rouge, but I wanted to use the powder kind, which you can only use after you powder in all of your cream makeup. So I used my mini blush brush from Jafra. I don't know, I just kind of found it. So I took this, and it's kind of hard to see, but it's very bright in real life. I just took it from below my cheekbone, and to make my cheeks look thinner instead of wider, I used it mostly vertically and stayed away from the edge of my hairline and went closer to my eyes. And it kind of got in the way of my shadow, but I don't know. I guess it's alright. Next, to attract attention to my eyes, because half of stage makeup is accentuating the positive features, I did a little bit of contouring, and it might be hard to see because I used lighter colors so it wouldn't look too over the top. I used Revlon Color Stay in Spring Moss, and it's really flattering. I have like hazily eyes, but I look very brown right now. And you're not supposed to pick a color that's the same as your eyes, because the color should complement your eyes, not compete with them. So I started off with the highlight, this lightest color up here. It's like a white kind of creamy green. And I put it from my lash line to my crease and made it extra heavy under the second half of my brow bone. And did that on both eyes. Then I took one of the medium colors. I like this light green a lot better than that ugly brown underneath it, and I used it along the crease and blended it out a lot so it gave you a nice contour. And then I used the darkest color, this deep mossy green. I even give you a special applicator for it. It's really tiny and adorable compared to this fat thing, but this is the one you want to use for eyeliner. And you make it very thin along the inside, make it very thick, turn it on its side for the middle, and then make it thin again on the outside. Do that to both eyes. And there you have your enhanced contoured eyes. After you put on the blush and the eyeshadow, it's good to powder it again with a setting powder. My last final touch was to attract attention to my smile. Now that I made my cheeks smaller, I wanted to draw emphasis to my lips. And right now they look kind of big and like clown lips because I used lip liner. It's Mary Kay Signature in Neutral. And it looks very good on pale people with not very colorful lips. It's kind of browny, but it could look good on me. It blended itself right in. Give more shape and bigger volume to my upper lip. So I just went along the bow here, and then down, up, down, and along the bottom, very close to where my actual lip is, because I didn't want to make the bottom much bigger because I'd be out of balance. And for a lip color, I don't know, I'm not really big on lipsticks or really dark red things, so I had this Burt's Bees lip shimmer. Really into Burt's Bees, they're so tingly, and this is in Rhubarb. So I just dabbed this in the middle because to make my lips thinner instead of wider, I wanted to put the most color on the inside, and I just kind of dabbed along the outside and smeared them side to side, and that's what I got. So this is my stage face, I guess you could call it. And if you have any questions about certain things about your face you want to minimize or maximize, like make your nose look longer, make your eyes look closer together, I've learned about all of that sort of stuff, so you can just ask me a question and I can try to help you out. So hopefully this was interesting, and this is my second stage makeup video. I hope you liked it, and have an awesome day.